starts to sleep, take your eyes. When the symphony is silent, you lay your back into me, let your fingers play a melody on my skin. Where I will waltz, we will waltz, right there forever. We will waltz, we will waltz, we will waltz, there forever, oh, forever, right there forever.
Very cool. Boulder Acoustic Society, working title, The Waltz, we're saying right now at this point. Live in the studio here on 90.3 The Rock and on UTTV, The Rock Unplugged. You guys been doing, it's that time of the year. You seem to be like a band that is very conducive to playing festivals. I know a friend of mine is a music editor up at the Daily Newspaper in Roanoke, Virginia. And he said, I think a couple years ago, was it, you guys were playing Floyd Fest, maybe the Garden Stage and the Power, they lost power.
Yeah,
they did
famous.
last year as well. Yeah, obviously, because he got on Facebook and was going all off about that. But you're a band that can make that happen, can't you? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, you're playing in the studio here, too.
That year at Floyd Fest, that's a really big festival, 80, 90
Yes.
bands.
Yeah.
And the power went out, and the only two bands that played through the power outage was us and Two Bob Crew.
Oh, wow.
So it's an entire festival full of people, and also our set happened to be in the beer garden.
Oh, yeah.
So it went from a 100-person crowd to 300 or 400 or 500 really quick.
Right.
And people got out torches and flashlights, and we sat there and we played an hour almost acoustic until the lights came on.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then boom.
We hit the last note. This isn't this. I couldn't make this up. We actually hit the last note of our set right when the lights came back on.
Bam.
And then the next band was ready. It was great.
What a great festival Floyd
Yeah.
Fest is, isn't it? Beautiful setting, you know. I mean, you're literally on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
There's not a bad band on the lineup. There's not a bad stage. And myself, I kind of was partial to that beer garden stage.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was. Must have been the music, but, But yeah, that's a great place. And you guys are a perfect band for something like that. Tell us a little bit about it. And this was a funny quote again. And again, I believe this one was from the Boulder Weekly article that was written about it. Let's see. Who was it last week? Said you were driving down the road and you put on one of those top 40 stations. 95.7 The Party, I think that's what it was. Ended up listening to it for 2 hours. A lot of people think the musicians who aren't making super mainstream music can't appreciate that type of music. But I realize as I get older that a hit's a hit and you can really learn anything from that. Who was that? You? Who's that? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. You're saying that's the truth, isn't it? I mean, basically what I read from that, if it's a good song, it's a good song and it's going to be a hit no matter who sings it and how it, well, pretty much. And, no matter what format radio it's played on. And it all goes back to, like you said, a lot about this EP, Champion of Disaster, and your guys and what you were thinking and feeling is, it's all about the songs, isn't it? It all falls back on how strong the songs are, no matter the genre, no matter the radio station, the album it's on. You guys are seeming to be almost a mantra by which you perform and live now, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And it's like you can go back and try to write out the rules of how to write a good song, but if you look at the best ones, they're always rule breakers.
Yeah.
So in a way, you have to know what the right way to do it is, but you have to just trust that if something's good, it's going to be good. Doesn't matter if you start with the chorus or end with the bridge or whatever. Like, some of the best hits are like a string of 3 different choruses in a row.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
every part of it's so catchy that it's just chorus, chorus, chorus the whole time.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, like We Will Rock You. And it doesn't matter, like you said, if it's on 95.7 The Party or if it's on some cool non-commercial station like WDVX here in town, who we love, and being a non-commercial radio partner as well. It really doesn't matter. It's all about the song. And it seems like you guys are really, really emphasizing that, and like I said, living, writing, performing like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we definitely get our Chris Brown and Little Weezy and Katy Perry fix on tour.
When you're on the road, you don't have much of a chance to. I mean, much of an option,
Pandora
rather.
Top 40 just to make sure that we're
right
on spot.
When Boulder Acoustic Society writes, do you guys do it individually and then bring it in, or how does that whole process? Just song by song? How's that go?
Well, Champion of Disaster was all McCormick compositions.
Yep.
unfortunately, there are two band members with the last name of McCormick.
Yeah, which McCormick?
So myself and Scott McCormick, the accordion player, we wrote those, and it's definitely the song. The kernel of the song is always an individual idea.
Right.
We don't really jam until we get an idea. Like, we definitely we write lyrics and tunes by ourselves. But then the cool thing about the band of Boulder Acoustic Society is like that collaborative process that takes the kernel and creates, especially like my two compositions on Champion Disaster, are just epically different.
Yeah.
From the original.
But that, when you finally got it recorded, you're saying basically, right? It's just how it came out. Another cool thing I think about it, and you guys are in that genre, and I think this falls inside that whole indie folk thing, is you've got this emergence and this huge following for like the Avett Brothers or Mumford and Sons, and it seems like you guys, I mean, that's kind of right inside, what you guys, not purposely, not like we got to sound like them, but it just seems like that as that genre or as fans come to that fold, there are more bands you're going to hear and see in that fold. You guys feel like that's kind of where you're starting to...
When you see guys as talented and awesome as Mumford and Sons and Avett Brothers, like incredible songwriters, it's easy to turn a little green. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they're killer
as they
players.
turn everything into green.
Yeah, and like we do definitely a similar genre to those acts, but I mean, what Aaron has always said is that anybody playing a banjo on Leno is good for us.
Yeah,
I mean, that's never gonna hurt us to have for people to see a banjo on Leno.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially young people.
Banjo players worldwide now saying yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. We've got Boulder Acoustic Society live in studio right now and on UTTV, The Rock Unplugged. Guys, one more before we get you out of here, and Dolly has to play next door, so we got to get you out of here, I guess, before Dolly does her sound check next door. But you got one more for us before we get out of here?
Yeah, so this is another new one. This one's going under Dear Child, I think is what we're calling this one.
All right on. Another new tune for you here on Boulder, or on 90.3 The Rock. It's Boulder Acoustic Society. Let it go.
Dear child, I have only done to you what the sparrow does to wind. Naturally, it cuts the air, but I've been cut both crisp and pure. To react is all I knew. Your mighty church and I a lonely room, but I sent your steeple crashing down. And I'm sorry, oh I'm sorry. What lies under my breast? Oh, I will keep beating for you. Oh. Dear child, you are only gilded wings, but gold is too damn heavy to fly. So I will show you a weightless stride, and I can be this flask of wine. You're famous on my mirror side. The sea unravels for the bride, but I will stitch a perfect tie for your love. Your love. Oh, for your love, you're so lovely. What lies under my breast? Oh, I will keep beating for you. Oh, used by those you love, but in my crowd we stand alone. I only see this wire frame bent in solitude's embrace. When lovers walk and liars croon, you're still the sparrow in my room that can crumble me. Oh, you crumble me. But lie under my breath. Oh, I will keep beating for you. Oh, Bill. But lie under my breath. Oh, I will keep beating for you. Oh, Bill. Dear John, you crumble
Great stuff. Boulder Acoustic Society live in studio on 90.3 The Rock, a band who wears vintage clothing, savors small batch bourbon, and rocks a ukulele, right, guys? Isn't that what I hear?
That's it.
Great stuff, man. Absolutely great stuff. Boulder Acoustic Society, Champion a Disaster EP released last October, and they're still kind of out touring supporting that, I guess. Fellas, it has been quite a pleasure. We really appreciate you guys coming in, man. Really,
We
really do.
appreciate you guys having us.
Absolutely. Two Scotts, a Neil, and an Aaron in Boulder Acoustic Society. Social network, how can folks get on and find your stuff online as well? You want to
Facebook.
step up and hit that up?
Yeah, you can find us on facebook.com/Boulder Acoustic Society, or of course BoulderAcousticSociety.com. We also have a ton of YouTube videos out there, although most of them are posted by other people, not by us.
Yeah.
And,
That's how that works usually. I think.
You can also find us on Twitter at Boulder Acoustic. We're all over the place, so find us and connect with us, and we'll connect back with you.
Well, we'll keep connecting with you by playing the music, and keep bringing it to us. Guys, great music, great time. Enjoyed
Thanks so
it,
much.
very much so. Whenever you're in town, and Dolly doesn't even have to be in town next door for y'all to be here, so the door's open, the mics are on. We'd love to have you back in.
Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely. Boulder Acoustic Society live on 90.3 The Rock. And again, you are listening to WUTK 90.3 FM in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Find us on Twitter at